Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. I'm Azzam for those who don't know me. Now today I'll be talking about instruments. Now which instruments? Instruments that are used to measure the weather. There are many words that have almost similar meanings. In this case, tools, instruments, apparatus and implement. I'll try to elaborate on their distinctive definition, but don't worry, it won't take more than a minute. When we say tools, we are talking of a device with a particular purpose that may require some skills to use properly. Tools are operated by hand. Instrument refers to a device that may require a lot of skills to create properly due to its complexity. The third word from the same category is implement. It's actually a general term for a device that may or may not have a single intended use. And the last jargon is apparatus, which we commonly get to hear. It refers to a device that has somehow been constructed or cobbled together recently or in an unusual way or sometimes by the user of the device. Now let's learn how do we measure our weather. What instruments we use and what are they called. To know our weather better and to forecast our weather, there are certain significant aspects we require to measure. Those aspects include wind direction, rain, clouds, temperature, humidity, wind pressure, wind speed, atmosphere pressure, and a lot more. Now let's study what instruments we use to measure these. To measure the wind direction, we used an instrument called a wind vane. It is one of the simplest weather instruments created and it has been used since ancient times. This picture reminds me of something. Do you also remember making a windmill with our used paper last year? The instrument that is used to measure the rain is called a rain gauge. It is used to collect and measure the precipitation, which means falling water. It measures the depth of the water that would cover the ground if the rain did not drain away. Now the next one I'm going to talk about is a really sophisticated instrument. Like its name, its function is also very impressive. It measures the thickness and the height of the cloud. Its name is the ceilometer. A ceilometer uses a laser light or other light to determine the height of a cloud. As you all can see, the next slide is a thermometer, and we all know how a thermometer functions because it's available in every house. My next slide shows an instrument called hygrometer. Hygrometer measures the humidity. I'm sure the Karachi weather must be using a hygrometer really frequently. An anemometer is an instrument that measures the wind speed and wind pressure. It is a very common weather instrument. The term is derived from the Greek word anemos, meaning wind. That is why it is called anemometer. And the last instrument I'm going to talk about is a barometer. Barometers are used by meteorologists to measure atmospheric pressure. Why is knowing our weather important? Well, this is a very important question. Well, the answer to this question is commonsensical. The future weather helps us determine a lot of things. It impacts our dressing, traveling, outdoor activities, occupation, diet, crops and transportations, etc., etc., etc. After knowing so much about the importance of the measurement of our weather, I pay my gratitude to all the people who work for weather departments and makes it so easy for us to know our weather forecast.